welcome to the Wayfaring Panda. I'm Annette. Today I'm working on a double-page scrapbook layout of some of my Yosemite pictures, and I'm doing Inspiration Point and Glacier Point. And I'm going to be using these Creative Memories alphabet stickers to put my title, and I drew a line on top 1 inch from the top so I can use that line and pencil to guide me on where to put the letters. First of all, I started putting Glacier Point, and then I realized, whoops, that goes on the second page. I started doing Inspiration Point, and then I realized that I didn't have any S's and T's left. So then I went back to Glacier Point and finished that one. When I use these type of stickers, I just put them lightly on so that they're not stuck so much, and then that way I can move them as I see how everything fits. I just kind of loosely put them, and then I move them back over if they're not over far enough. I'm looking up Glacier Point because I had it mixed up with another place we visited at Glacier National Park. I wanted to make sure I was calling it the correct thing and also spelling it correctly. That's why it's good to save your guidebook so you can look back and see where the places were that you went. Now the main thing I work on is making a line so I can get them straight on here. And once I figure out where all the letters will go, I end up moving the words over a little bit more to the right, as I can measure that and see if they're spaced evenly on both sides. But as far as the letters go, you don't want to measure those because as I learned in media design, and there's probably graphic design classes you can take, but I went to school a long time ago and didn't have graphic design, but they taught you whenever we use these stickers, which you did a lot more back then because we didn't have printers that printed well. Now there's a lot more choices for doing lettering. So anyway, I was taught that you really don't space by exact amounts because you have to look at the visual amount, because different letters can go different spots across because it depends how much space is in between them. Like you wouldn't want to put two straight letters right next to each other, where some that are curvy will actually have more space between them. Hope that made sense. And if you're using stenciled letters, it's the same thing. You don't measure between each letter. You look for the visual appeal, what looks right. Anyway, so I did the Inspiration Point off camera because I didn't think you'd want to watch me messing with these stickers for two different words. So the Inspiration Point, what I did is I got out some dark navy blue stickers, and I took a black Sharpie and colored over the S and T's with the black so that I could use those. And actually, when I put them on the page, I couldn't tell the difference. It did look black. So next I'm going to go ahead and put my photos on here, and I already trimmed them and matted them before, so you didn't have to watch that. And I just used the square tape, which is photo squares or photo splits or photo mounts, and put those on the back of my photos and put them on my mats. And then I also put them on my mats, and I'll attach them later. So I'm getting these all laid out to see where everything's going to fit. And I just picked my colors based on the photos and also the things I wanted to use. So I just kind of played around with things till I found out what colors I thought looked best. So I picked out this kind of tan color because the sunrise pictures kind of have purple and pink in them, but that wasn't real obvious because it's a really light sky. So that didn't look really well, where the clouds kind of have this rosy tan look, which I thought that went well. And I decided I was going to use these camera die cuts, which are made of black paper. So I thought that went really well with the black lettering, and also with the sunrise pictures, the rocks look black. And then I tied in some green because the photos on the right-hand side at Glacier Point had more greenery in them. And I decided I wanted to use the stickers that I have of Yosemite because this is the main area of Yosemite that I'm doing These stickers go more at this area and the Yosemite Valley. And these are the last pictures I have of this area. I also have some pictures of the southern part where the sequoias are, but these stickers don't go with them. And also I can't find my pictures from the sequoia area, so I don't know if I'll be scrapbooking those. I'm using the same scrapbook paper that I use for my matting, and that's from Creative Memories. And these are some Lawn Fawn dies for the rectangle dies that I'm going to use. I'll have a stitched outline when I cut out the rectangles with my die cutter. If you don't have a die cutter, you can just cut out circles or rectangles of paper to do your journaling. I like using my supplies that I usually use for cards in my scrapbooking. That way I get more use out of them. And here I have some circle dies, and I'm going to cut out the brown paper with that to put over by the camera. And I'm going to use that with my bear sticker because I think it'll help set it off better. I'm just using my black micro pen to add my journaling. And I think it's important to journal because years later when you look at the pictures, you won't remember all about them. And also this way other people can look at your pictures and get something out of it. And maybe future generations will look at it. So here I'm just telling about how we went to Inspiration Point on a moonlight tram ride. And then we decided that we would come back for sunrise someday. And so we did. And so here are the pictures we took at sunrise. And we left from our hotel because it was a ways away from our hotel. We left super early. It seems like we got up at 3 or 4 in the morning to get there. And we joked that we got there before the rangers did because the ranger station wasn't even open. We did that a couple days because our first day we didn't even pay to come in because the booth was open. You drove right in. So we got our 7-day pass eventually when the rangers were there when we got there a little later. And since we went there so early, we drove on up after that to Glacier Point. We'd been there before, but it was in the late afternoon because we did a lot of hiking before we went there. And since we were there in the afternoon, the sun was really bright at Glacier Point, and so everything was washed out when we tried to take pictures. So then we went in the morning after Inspiration Point and got some morning pictures. Now that I got everything laid out and the stickers on here, I'm removing the photo splits from the back and just attaching my photos to the photo album. I'll make a list of all the products that I'm using in this in the description below. But you can get some of these ideas to do other photo albums and try to use things that you have on hand. So these papers are from Creative Memories, but they're very old, but you can just look around, see what matches your photos and what looks good together. Some of the items that I'll put in the description will have affiliate links, and that just takes you to a store that has the products available. And that doesn't cost you anything extra to use, but I get a commission from any sales that the links generate, and that helps support my site. And I appreciate you using those whenever possible. I decided to use my Nuvo Deluxe glue to put on my embellishments and my sayings because I don't like using the tape on those. And especially since you see the camera has a very thin area. What I like about the Nuvo glue is it has a very fine point on it, and it doesn't come out fast so you don't get big globs. It does dry clear, but still who wants glue all over the place. So this works really well. I think it's acid-free, but I'm not sure. If you have different adhesives that you like to use in scrapbooking, just leave comments below. I'm always looking for good adhesive. I want to thank everyone for watching the video. If you have any comments, please leave those below. I do like hearing your comments. And maybe you can give me some future suggestions of things you'd like to see. I hope to do some more Yosemite pictures, but I don't know if I will. It depends if I find the rest of the pictures. But I do want to do a page showing how to put your memorabilia into your scrapbook. I'll also be doing videos of other photo albums, so you don't have to just watch these hiking type videos. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate if you can subscribe. That'll help support my channel, and that way you don't miss any future videos. If you're already a subscriber, I want to thank you so much for supporting my channel, and thank you for everyone for watching again, and have a wonderful day. Oh, and I almost forgot. I did add a flower sticker here. I was trying to decide if to put it at the top, but then I decided it looked great with the wildflower pictures that I have here.